It seems UPC has become inconspicuous these days, that we are not noticed, we are not seen. But Mr. Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to join you and the House and the rest of Africa in sending our personal condolences to the family and to the Republic of Kenya for the loss of a great dear friend of the Uganda People's Congress in the name of Raila Amolo Odinga. Mr. Speaker, you mentioned that parties have given out their manifestos. As Uganda People's Congress, our manifesto has not yet been released. But when I listen to the debate going on here, I think our manifesto is desperately needed. As UPC, our record is clear. When it came to education and the question of equity, it did not matter which corner of Uganda you were, you had an opportunity to succeed. The purpose of delivering education is to create the next generation to move forward. And UPC in 2006, we are the ones who came up with the first concept of the student loan. And our concept was, we are investing in the greatest asset which Uganda has, which is its people. So when you have a student who has an opportunity or who has the ability, we must invest in that student so that they can succeed. How we recover the money later is when that student has succeeded. So when you've lost the purpose, you're not going to succeed on this issue of quota. What? You've lost the purpose. It must be for the people. And if it's not for the people, you're wasting all our time. I should be saying this on the campaign trail. But I'm tired here. I am tired because people are not comfortable with such a message. Uganda is ready for this message. I am seeing the front bench here looking as if they've been struck by lightning. Speechless. But Mr. Speaker, I have made it clear that in this campaign, even if you decide to lock me out, I'm not going quietly. I am not going quietly, and the facts which are necessary for the development of Uganda are going to be heard. Whether you lock up Akena, whether you refuse Akena, I am going to make sure that those facts are heard and that the people of Uganda get a better deal. We cannot keep going around in circles. Equity. Do you understand equity? They don't seem to understand equity. And therefore, as we come to an election, we must be able to have a conversation which moves us forward. Akena is still in the waiting room. I am ready to run. Even if it is tomorrow, I am going to deliver a message of hope for the people of Uganda. We cannot continue this way. Conclude.
Honorable Akena, I wanted it to be on record that you're not tied here. We will not tie anyone here, and we will not allow anyone to be tied here. If it's outside, well and good, but not in this house. This house, you're free.
And that, yes, I greatly appreciate, and that is why my voice is being heard. And it's the only place I'm being heard. Because even right now, at least I've got internal affairs here. Police is refusing to clear me to move, although I have candidates nominated for local government. I cannot campaign for them. My members of parliament are going to be being nominated from Wednesday. I cannot campaign for them. They say that I'm not nominated, but I'm a party president. I have been in this house for 19 years. I have campaigned on UPC. UPC, we have been together on so many issues, and we've even been able to sit sit with you on the front bench. But when it comes to equity, God bless Uganda. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have been holding on to your official jersey for Uganda motocross cranes.
Oh, I had said it's for UPC.
When you see me in yellow, you know it's a national event. I will not be in yellow other than that. But Mr. Speaker, in 2024, I came on the floor requesting support of Parliament to send a team to Morocco. We went to Morocco, we returned as number 2 in Africa. This year, the competition was in Zimbabwe, and we're number 3 in Africa for this current year. And 2 of the students which Parliament took up, the young lady by the name of Helena Birungi was able to defend her individual championship as the junior women's champion for Africa. Fortunately or unfortunately, under the competition rules, I cannot compete in Uganda, but I can compete for Uganda in international events.
Why?
Because by virtue of being a president of the federation, I am an ex-officio member of the highest appellate body. So there's fear of conflict of interest that if I'm competing for points, I cannot, it will affect the outcome. So I don't compete locally, but when I have a chance to wear this jersey, I will, and I do, at least try to represent Uganda. And on this point, I want to put this one also on record. When we had Chan, I was invited as a president of motorsport. I had my full jersey on, and it was my intention to kneel during the national anthem at Kololo airstrip, because I am at this moment carrying out a protest on why I have been denied to be nominated to contest for the presidency of the Republic of Uganda. But I failed to do it at Kololo Independence Grounds. Reason being, Kololo is where the Union Jack went down and the Uganda flag went up. And the person who was there to receive the instruments of power was my father. So it was not going to be possible to see Akena kneeling in Kololo when the national anthem for Uganda is being played. But that doesn't mean I'm not hurt. It doesn't mean I am not breaking inside. Please, I am asking this one, and I'm asking you people at the front bench, tell the president, stop this. It's wrong. It is wrong. UPC has been accused of rigging elections. This is a chance I have as Jimmy Akena to set that record straight. You won't even let me get past the gate. Is this an election or is this a farce? I'm ready to go through this for the sake of the people who support me, for the sake of UPC, who has representatives here. But injustice and what you're doing is wrong. On record, the FIA, the international body for automobiles, and the international body for motorcycles are having their annual general assemblies, of which I intend to be there. And trust me, when the national anthem of Uganda is being played and we are there at the forefront, do not be surprised if you see Jimmy Akena on his knees. That is the way us in sports, we register our complaint. But what you've done to UPC, what you've done to Uganda, what you're doing to me is wrong. Let the record show it is wrong. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I can receive it. It's mine. It's not yours. I want it to go on record that issues of declaration will be handled later. Thank you, Honorable Akena. Honorable Akena invited me for motor rally, and I saw the good work he's doing in terms of promoting sports in this country. And I saw promoting Uganda's name across the region. The international rally drivers who came to participate, they were all very, very full of praises for him and our country. So I want to thank him. Yeah.
I forgot to mention that Uganda championship for the first time in 26 years.
On the issue you raised of your candidature, you have a platform under IPOD, under which you work. I think you also have the party's consultative forum. These are issues for presidents at your level. But I remember when I was reading, it was as if it was an internal UPC matter, internally as UPC resolving your matters. But I don't have much information about this. I would encourage that indeed, if there is any discussion is needed at iPod level, in case there is interference beyond the internal matters, can be handled at that level. That's what I would request. Honourable Minister for Justice, you wanted to...
Mr. Speaker, the Honourable Jimmy Akena and I were born in the same year. I use shea butter. I use shea butter and I shave my chin. Mr. Speaker, our generation is really the generation that has the history of Uganda written on their bodies. Imagine you're born in 1967. When you're 4 years old, the government is overthrown in a military coup. When you are turning 12, about to join secondary school, another war goes on. When you are in O level, you have a coup. Within a year, another violent takeover of government. So I want to state here that unless there is a consensus on rules of engagement in any country, human resources will continue to be wasted. We have a lot of gifted people in this country, but because of our kind of politics, human resources are wasted. You find people who should be serving the country are either dead, in exile, or in prison. So this is a matter that we have always been talking about as the Democratic Party, because for us, we have borne the brunt. Our leader was abducted and murdered. We should be crying the loudest. We have been victims of fraudulent elections, but what is clear is that as political parties, courts should be really avoided, because courts are very problematic. I know for a fact that the UPC case, the moment it went to court, whoever talked to me, I told them, please avoid court, because then you have injunction after an injunction, and sometimes you have decisions that are not based on good context. It is regrettable that a substantive leader like the Honorable Jimmy Akena, who for years got his education at the feet of one of the best statesmen in Africa, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote, is unable to run for president. But amends definitely can always be made. In Kenya, a man who has been mistreated, who was abused left, right, and center, finally, as they say, Basimo Genze. Fortunately, the Honorable Jimmy Akena is still young. He's in good health.
What does that mean?
I'm saying
some words in a certain language.
I said that the situation of the Honorable Raila Odinga shows that it is in the nature of human beings not to appreciate the blessings they have until it is too late. But it will never be too late for the Honorable Jimmy Akena. So that's what Basimo Genze means? Basimo Genze means you are appreciated when you are dead.
Okay.
Finally, Mr. Speaker, as the current chair of the Inter-Party Organization for Dialogue Summit, I want to refer to a provision which enjoins us that in case of an internal conflict or disagreement in a member party, not even between two parties, in a member party, the Inter-Party Organization for Dialogue may, through its conflict resolution committee, intervene with a view to having the dispute amicably resolved. This is not confined to the Uganda People's Congress. I've had my fair share. The National Resistance Movement virtually degenerated into a Kung Fu tournament in some cases in their internal primaries. the leading opposition party in the Parliament of Uganda are still smarting from painful processes of selecting candidates. This is a sign that Uganda is still an adolescent in terms of democracy. I'm looking at the speaker. The speaker is sitting at the same side with the Honorable Medad Segona. But I cannot look at the speaker without moving my head via the Honorable Segona. But I'm also looking at you, Jema President. I think the Honorable Jimmy Akena's statement, which was heartfelt, is something that we should reflect about. I undertake, as the chair of IPOD, to communicate to colleagues in case there is anything we can do collectively to avoid this in future. But let's stick together. I want my honorable brother to know that whatever it takes, this is about Uganda. And let's do our best to put Uganda first. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Next item.